What's up, Jones Bones? It is your girl, Unitedly Random. And it is also Unitedly getting divorced soon. And it's also Unitedly my in-laws found out about the divorce. So, yeah. Which, honestly, it wasn't a secret, but I don't know. I just never expected this to happen. Me and Stuart have ended very amicably. And I said, hey, no contest divorce. I don't want your money. You just need to pay for this bill that you racked up while I was gone. And you know what? That was fine and dandy. That was very fine and dandy. And that is all we're going to speak on the divorce. Me and Stuart are ending very amicably after a long time, absolutely long time of being together. And I just had a moment where I was like, we're going to do something on my channel, okay, to celebrate this divorce. Okay. Stuart knows about it, and if you want to know about it, let me know down below. Actually, don't let me know down below. I'm going to talk about it after this intro.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
And we are back. The way that I am going to celebrate this divorce is I'm going to start a new series on my channel. And this series is going to be What Would Luri Do? Okay? I always wanted to get into like the Redditor stories where they do like, am I the asshole? Yes or no? Yes or no? Am I the asshole? I always wanted to do that. But everyone is doing that. Nothing is new in that scene. We love it though. I'm always looking at people talk about, am I the asshole? Yes or no? But that's it. It's so many people who do that reactionary content, but I've always wanted to do it. Now, I remember getting like a reading on YouTube where it was like, you want to do something, but you feel like you don't have anything to bring to it. That was me and wanting to do the Reddit style videos where it's like, am I the asshole? I have absolutely nothing to add to this, but my experiences in this world, right? And so I was thinking about it and I was like, this is perfect. I can combine. Oh, I'm trying to say it without like saying too much so that I don't ever get sued because I wouldn't put it past Luri. This imaginary person that I just created. For you, those who know, you know. But I turned my neck and that hurt it. That hurted it. Anyway, the reason we are here is, yeah, we're gonna do the Am I the Asshole? But that made me look on to Reddit. My Reddit, exactly. And I remember multiple different posts that I have made that kind of showed that me and Stu were really fucking dysfunctional for a long while. From the beginning, actually. We were not ready to get married, and also very different people. And also now that I am older, I realize that maybe I am a little, I don't see anything wrong with, I wanted to say ethnical. Like, if both people know that you're not monogamous, I don't see anything wrong with open relationships or polygamy. Okay, to my head, it just makes sense that that would be an option on the table for some people. But a part of me also would say that I was ethically non-monogamous because I felt like I couldn't receive what I wanted from Stu. And so now I feel like, oh, when I'm looking for a new relationship, is not being monogamous going to be on the table? And I think that for me, while I'm still open to the idea of being in an open relationship, maybe monogamy would be more so on the table for me later on in life, right? Anyway, I was looking at my Reddit post and I have one where I was talking about, this one right here. To my husband of less than 5 months. It was on like r/rant. So I'm going to read this to you. And remember, this was less than 5 months. This was like 4 years ago. We would have been married for 5 years this year. Today, I considered getting a divorce. No, Not because I don't love you, but because I get so frustrated with you. You hate being wrong and you blame everything on other people. You lack the sense of self-responsibility. You get irritated and angry at me when I agree with other people or don't play along with your blame games. You do things without telling me like I am not your wife. You demand attention when I'm busy and sulk when I don't give it to you. Oh my goodness. In the past, I waited around for you and you were content with that. But now that I decided that I could be better and do better by myself, you demand more attention. Do you not like me bettering myself? Dear husband, I would love to only focus on supporting you, but blindly following you will not lead us anywhere where we would like to go. You shrug off my concerns and hide away when you realize I am right. You don't like me to be right. When you realize you are wrong, you go, oh well, and shrug off my concerns. You trigger me. I feel intense anger because of your pride. I feel isolated because of your irritation. As your wife, why would I watch you run into a glass door over and over again? You want to be so great, but you don't want to be told you are wrong. The greatest people weren't born great. As someone who goes to therapy to better herself, you aren't doing anything to do the same. You live life like I am a background character, and when I should be standing in the foreground with you. I have identified my triggers and I am battling them. But if I tell you to pull over and please stop talking to me, you ignore and continue the behavior that makes me want to leave the situation in the first place. Then I become the crazy person. And it's like, you are wrong a lot. You need to see my weak side to make yourself feel better. You need to see me crying and angry and yelling before you're satisfied. That is shitty. I won't divorce you yet, but I damn sure will never let you see me cry again. I damn sure won't rely on you again, and I damn sure won't play these games anymore. You see how far you go while you're surrounded by all your bad choices and play around and people around who don't care if you succeed or not. Then tell me who's more emotionally unbalanced, you or me, and who will be more successful. Alia! On the internet! I mean, it's on the internet right now too, but Alia! How could you? So anyway, there was another one. And this is also hypothetical. No, I'm not gonna say it. It involves Luri. I'm not going to say that one right now. If she comes up when we're doing the am I the ass, yes, I'm the asshole thing, okay, we'll talk about these situations. My hypothetical in-laws, hypothetical ex-in-laws. But as of right now, I'm not going to talk about that because this is just me like looking at how dissatisfied I was 4 months into the relationship, okay? 4 months into the relationship, I was also wanting to go to South Korea. I had always wanted to go to South Korea. I'm in China right now, so I didn't really go to South Korea, but yeah, we're doing life. And there's another one, and this was like 3 years ago. So it was like 4 months where I was just like, you know, you want to see me miserable. And I I said I wasn't going to cry anymore. It was a rant. I said I wasn't going to cry about this situation anymore. I cried. I done fought. You know, I gave a lot of myself into this relationship, and my ex-husband gave a lot of himself into the relationship. Okay, we grew, we worked. Okay, we had to work because where we was starting was in the gutters. Okay, and we done came up to here, and yeah, we're not gonna be able to make it. We getting the divorce, but damn, we came from down there. And we done got to right here. And you know what? That's something to be proud of. So anyway, this is a new one. And this is like 2 years into the marriage. And it was like, how would you react in this situation? Can anyone understand what I'm feeling? And type it out so I can show my husband. I think he chalks everything up to me being crazy. That is a like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ex-husband, because he know I was going to talk about this, but that is something that was reoccurring the entire marriage. A reoccurring thing where Alia is just so emotional and overreacting, and he's just chill as a cucumber, you know? So anyway, and in here I said, my husband and I get into fights often. Married for 2 years in October, and it's no secret that I'm a more emotional person while my husband seems to lack emotional intelligence in a way. This creates a lot of tension in the relationship. Oh my goodness, Alia is such a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I know I can turn up quickly when I feel wrong, and to combat that, I try to walk away when my husband starts to give me attitude, but sometimes it's like he wants to see me angry. I was in my head, okay? I was like, I don't understand why this is a reoccurring thing. Why do I feel like this? You know, I was mentally unstable. It wasn't that he wanted to see me angry. I can say that now. It was just like he just was unable not to continue in those ways. But anyway, let's continue talking. Today I was walking to the mailbox and it was completely dark. My husband was in the car right in front of me, so I felt like I was safe. When I got to the mailbox, I tried to flash my husband over because I didn't want to walk back to the car. After 2 or so minutes of trying to get his attention, I called him on the phone. I asked him what is he doing because I've been trying to wave him over, and he told me, "Oh, my windows are too dark, so I couldn't see you." The thing is, I was flashing a light at the car, so I told him that and asked if he was on his phone. He gave me a face and was like, yes. I know that this was, 3 years ago, but it is triggering. I don't like it when people lie to me, right? Another reoccurring issue, right? I don't like when you lie to me, and like when you get caught in your life, you have to change up your life, okay? And like, for my husband, after a while, I just kind of assumed he was going to lie to me, so I would catch him very quickly. Like, we wouldn't have to be like, you lie, I call you out, and then you lie again. It would be like, you lie, I immediately call you out, so you can't lie again, and then you just have to go along with it, because we had done the you lie, I call you out, you lie, I call you out, you lie, I call you out. I have to be very strong in these situations, okay? So anyway, continuing on, his reaction really bothered me. I feel as though he was being evasive at first, and I feel super unsafe. The mailbox is by abandoned buildings and there aren't any lights. And I've had a lot of bad things happen to me when I'm growing up. Bad things. And knowing he wasn't looking out for me hurt me. Every time we go somewhere, he's always fiddling with his phone, Pokemon Go or some dice game. I told him as a man he should look out for me. I was so heated. I was going on about how unsafe it was, and if he can't keep an eye on his surroundings and be on the phone in situations like this, he should stay off the phone. I really do ultimatums, okay? If you can't do this and do this, you shouldn't do that, okay? That was me. Oh my goodness. I'm seeing this, and it's like mirroring current Alia in our relationship in a way. Not exactly, but yeah, it's just reoccurring, the same thing. Needless to say, my husband got irritated and started to catch a mood as well. Honestly, he probably doesn't truly understand why I was so triggered, even though I tried to explain myself. It feels as if he never does. He just checks out whenever I try to explain things sometimes. Or he'll get a snarky. He gets a snarky tone and rolls his eyes. He denies that he does either. Seeing that he was getting snarky, I asked for him to pull over. This conversation was going nowhere, and I could feel something building. My husband does this thing where whenever I ask to be let out of the car, he speeds up the car to keep me from getting out. I will try to get out at the red light, and he will try to lock me in. This action makes me feel unsafe and angrier. He doesn't respect my decisions to step away, and it always leads to me turning up times 10. It's a reoccurring problem that I want to stop completely. Being married, I know we will fight from time to time. We are different and we think differently, but I'm tired of him bringing out the worst in me, and I'm worried this behavior will snowball into something else. How do I get a handle on things? I've done counseling alone, and my therapist suggested walking away when I see that situation is going nowhere. My problem is my husband won't let me walk away. And too long didn't read. I said, my husband has a habit of ignoring my wishes to be alone after small disagreements, which causes bigger fights than necessary. How do I deal with situations like this? Is there not a problem with how he is reacting? How do I get him to respect my decisions more? You know, those comments ate me and him up. They ate us up. They were like, first of all, divorce. Second of all, divorce. Third of all, divorce. The divorce chants. They were chanting. Reddit has won. This is what this video is called. The divorce chants have won. How Reddit changed my life. But yeah, that is that. And so, you know, I enjoy watching these Reddit videos and learning about people's story and having my own opinions. And so I thought if I was going to do a series of what would Luri say or what would Luri do, I needed to start by airing my own dirty laundry, my own Reddit stories, my own am I the asshole? And in this situation, I could say that Luri would tell this young lady to not leave the country and to not get a divorce multiple times. And also, while telling this young lady not to get a divorce and not to leave the country, she would try to convince the young men to leave the country. And also, on top of that, she would convince everyone, or at least attempt to convince everyone, that that young lady was only with her husband because he was going to make a lot of money in the future, even though that young lady had spoken about divorce and talked about divorce extensively. So that is it. The next video will be more structured, but like this was an impromptu what would Luri say, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it because I think that this is going to be very, very cathartic. Much love and positive vibes, and I will see you next time.